and now it does look like the Dark Act is dead.
Mm-hmm.
Yay. And what they're trying to do, I was just in the Capitol yesterday, and they're really trying to sneak in some riders on the omnibus. And that's our next action. That's our main focus of action.
Can you explain what that means to our viewers right now? What, sneak in some riders on the omnibus? This sounds very strange. What does that mean?
So our government is out of money again, and the spending, they have to come up with a new spending bill. Mm-hmm. And they basically call it the appropriations omnibus. And a rider, as you might think of a horseback rider, a rider is a piece of legislation that they will attach to this omnibus, this large piece of legislation. And when there are contentious issues or issues that some legislators want to handle without the general public's knowledge, it's often convenient for them to attach these riders to a larger piece of legislation and get it through that way.
And my understanding is this larger piece of legislation has nothing to do with the rider, what they're attaching it to. It's something completely different. And in fact, it's a strategy to get something passed which we don't necessarily want to have passed, like you're just saying, and because it's attached to a piece of legislation that sort of needs to be passed, otherwise the government will collapse. It's a very sneaky way of getting things done that the general public doesn't want done.
Yes, exactly. Now, one good thing is because the GMO issue is so contentious, and I have to say, the presence of members of our coalition in D.C. yesterday, I think really made a difference with some of our legislators. And I know it was the first time that I'd been to D.C. and I'd spoken face-to-face with members of staff from the various offices of our representatives. And it let them know that we're serious and that the public is out there and we are watching this issue like hawks.
Yes. Yeah.
And so we were able to let them know in some cases of the riders that were attempting to be attached. And we definitely, I asked for support and just to open the dialogue with the various representatives. And I think that it was really effective.
That's awesome. I'm so glad that the Citizens for GMO Labeling were there yesterday, and Pam and Diana were also hand delivering letters, right? I know Tanya Halling, I believe, was there, and Chrissy. There were a lot of different people there, right?
We had Chrissy from Michigan. Tanya wasn't able to make it.
Oh, okay.
And Pam and Diana were there. They came with me to Senator Marco Rubio's office.
Great.
And unfortunately, no one there had time to see us, but we were able to hand deliver some handwritten letters from Florida that we'd accumulated over the past month, plus letters that GMO USA had received via the internet.
Okay.
So that was really great.
That's awesome.